Hi, welcome everybody. Today we're going to be exploring the differences between living in Albany, New York, otherwise known as upstate, and the Big Apple itself, New York City, known as downstate. It's an exciting topic because these two cities are vastly different in terms of lifestyle and culture. Hey, whether you're a student, a young professional, or a retiree, choosing where to live can be a daunting task. Usually that depends on where you're going to be working, if you're still working. That's why we're here to help you make an informed decision. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into the world of Albany versus NYC. Welcome to the Living in Albany, New York YouTube page. I'm Bob Eberly, and why should you listen to me? Well, I've lived in upstate all my life, and I got a few things to say about it. Let's get going. Hey, if you want to learn everything there is to know about what it's like to eat, sleep, play, and work in the Capital District of Albany, New York, hit that subscribe button down below, and right next to it, I think it's over that way or that way. I don't know. One of those directions. Right next to it's going to be that bell icon. You click that bell icon, then you go up to all, and you'll be notified every time that we upload a new video. While you're at it, give us a thumbs up. That helps us grow the channel. Doesn't cost anything. If you get any value or know someone else moving here, feel free to share this video. Finally, if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments section down below, or you can go to Bob Eberly, EBERLE.realtor, and you'll get all of my links right there. You can get all my social media links, you can send me a message, whatever you want to do. Schedule an appointment on my calendar. Hey, if we get enough questions, I might shoot a Q&A video, and that should be fun. All right, cost of living, first of all. This is going to be a short but big one. When it comes to the cost of living, there's a significant difference between Albany, New York and New York City. According to recent data, the cost of living in New York City is almost twice as high as living in Albany. Albany has a lower cost of living due to its smaller size and lower demand for goods and services. While both cities offer unique opportunities and experiences, it's important to consider the cost of living when deciding where to live. Now, Albany is ranked, I think it's 60th on the list of top 100 metro areas in the country, which is kind of surprising when you live here. Like, really? Wow, must be some small places out there. And I did a cost of living video previously, and Albany came in with an index of 108.3. That's 8.3% higher than the average community in the United States. But since we're on the list of top 100 metro markets, you got to compare it to all of those. And Albany is going to be very, very affordable to other ones. And I believe New York City is either 1 or 2 I think New York is the number 1. It's the most expensive city in the world to live in. All right, housing. Hey, when it comes to housing options, there are some significant differences between Albany, New York and New York City. In Albany, you're going to find a mix of historic homes, modern apartments, and suburban developments. The cost of living is generally much lower in Albany, which means you can get a lot more room for your money. However, if you're looking for a bustling urban environment and easy access to all the amenities of city life, Albany may not be the best fit for you. The average home price in the Capital District, which goes from a little below Albany, like Del Mar, all the way up to Saratoga, is around $310,000. All right. On the other hand, New York City offers an incredibly diverse range of housing options, from tiny studio apartments to sprawling penthouses. I don't know too many people that can afford those. There's something for everybody in the Big Apple. Of course, this variety comes at a price. New York City is one of the most expensive places to live in the world. Additionally, many apartments in the city are small, cramped, and lack outdoor space. If you're looking for a quieter, more spacious home environment, New York City may not be for you. The average home price in the New York metro area, which includes Long Island and some of Jersey, comes in at just under $700,000. So for $700,000, you can get two houses up here. And remember the TV show Friends? They were supposedly in New York City, and that apartment that the two of them had, the jobs that those characters had couldn't have afforded to live in those apartments. Okay, moving on. Transportation. When it comes to transportation, both Albany and NYC offer a variety of options. In Albany, the primary mode of operation is driving your own car, with some public transportation available in the form of buses. CDTA is the bus company, Capital District Transportation Authority. Taxis, I wouldn't recommend you get a taxi around here. It's nothing like the taxis down in the city. Or Uber Lyft drivers. That, if you need to get a ride, that's who I would recommend. While traffic can be heavy during rush hours here, the city's small enough that getting around by car is generally not too difficult. Parking can pose a problem on occasion, usually in the first thing in the morning when everybody's trying to get to work. In contrast, New York City has an extensive public transportation system that includes subways, buses, and trains. With this, can make getting around the city much easier and also can be overwhelming for those who are not used to navigating such a huge network. I can tell you the first time I rode the subway in the city, that's exactly how I felt. I felt overwhelmed. I'm like, is this subway going to get me to New York City? Additionally, some areas of the city may be more difficult to access via public transportation, requiring the use of a car, taxi, or an Uber Lyft drivers. They do have those in New York City. Culture and entertainment. When it comes to culture and entertainment, both Albany and New York City have a lot to offer. Albany has a thriving art scene with numerous galleries, theaters, museums, showcasing the work of local artists. The city also hosts a variety of festivals and events throughout the year, celebrating everything from jazz music to craft beer. On the other hand, New York City is known for its world-class museums, Broadway shows, and iconic landmarks like the Statue of Liberty, Central Park, Madison Square Garden, and Yankee Stadium. With so much to see and do, it's no wonder that New York City is often called the cultural capital of the world. It's also called the city that never sleeps. Getting back a little bit to Albany, I did shoot a video, which I'll try to have it linked at the end of this. I think it's titled, What's There to Do in Albany, New York? There's a lot to do here, believe it or not. Of course, there are pros and cons to both locations. While Albany may not have as many big name attractions as New York City, well, we do get the big name attractions here, just not as frequently as New York City gets them. It offers a more intimate and community-oriented cultural experience. You're more likely to run into familiar faces at local events and get to know the artists and performers behind the scenes. On the other hand, New York City can be overwhelming and expensive, especially if you buy those tickets on the secondary market. But it does offer unparalleled access to some of the most renowned cultural institutions in the world. Whether you're interested in art, theater, music, sports, or history, you'll find something to suit your tastes in the Big Apple. Hey, if you're new to this channel, if you hit the subscribe button down below, I would appreciate. Turn on that bell notification so you keep up to date whenever we release a new video, which will be weekly. Also, if you learned anything new here, please hit that like button down below. You know, it doesn't cost anything to hit that button, and we certainly would appreciate it. It helps us grow the channel. It's also a nice way of saying thank you. Hey, if you think this was great, I hope so, please feel free to share this to a friend. You can also leave comments down below. I do read them. Now let's get back to the video. Okay, we're rounded third base now, so let's bring it home. There's a baseball reference there. I'm a big Yankee fan. In conclusion, while both Albany, New York, and New York City have their unique advantages and disadvantages, it ultimately comes down to your personal preferences and priorities. Where you're going to be working is probably number one on that list. If you're looking for a more affordable cost of living and a slower pace of life, Albany may be the better choice for you. And whenever I say Albany, I mean the entire Capital District, because Albany is actually quite a small city. There's less than 100,000 people that live in Albany, but there's, I think, over 1 million in what's called the Capital District. That's how we make that list of top 100s. On the other hand, if you crave excitement and diversity of a big city, New York City may be the place for you. Hey, New York City, I love it. I love to go and visit it. I don't think I'd want to live there. It's important to remember that everyone's needs are different. So take the time to evaluate what's most important to you when making your decision. Consider factors such as job opportunities, cultural experiences, and proximity to family and friends. By doing so, you'll be able to make an informed decision that will lead to a happy and fulfilling life. As I said, my name is Bob, and I'm a New York State associate real estate broker here in the Capital District with eXp Realty. We are the #1 relocation team in the area. We get so many people reaching out to us about their moves to the 518, also known as the Cap D. They call, text, and email on a daily basis, and we love it. You can do the same thing. Shoot me a text. Go ahead. Give us a call or send us an email. Skip all that. Just go to Bob Eberle, EBERLE.realtor. You get all my links there. And right there, you can schedule a meeting with me. You'll get on my calendar. We'll do a Zoom call, and we'll have a talk and evaluate what you're trying to accomplish. All right, however you want to get a hold of us, just know this. We got your back when you're moving to the Cap D. Thanks for sticking around to the end, and I'll see you in the next video.